Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dinma, and today I'm going to be sharing a few tips on how to come out of the lazy girl era. So these are tips that I have tried and they worked for me personally, and I've really seen changes in my life by implementing these tips. So I just want to share it with my girlies to help you. If you're struggling, if you're in your lazy girl area and you're struggling to come out of that era, I'm just going to give you a few tips that will help you. If you follow these tips religiously, definitely you see changes and you will be able to come out of the lazy girl era. So I have my notes here, came prepared. So without much further ado, let's just get into the video. And the number one tip for me, I know some people, this might raise questions for some people, but this is my own personal faith and my own personal belief, and it worked for me. And I'm just going to put it out there because it is what worked for me. So if you like, you can try it or not. And that is praying. Prayer really worked for me. Like, not worked, it still worked. It did wonders for me, and it's still doing wonders for me. So if I'm in my lazy girl area and I'm really struggling to come out of it, I find time to pray, to read the Bible, to study the word, and to meditate and ask God to help me, for God to give me inspiration, for God to give me ideas, for God to give me the grace, the strength to come out of that lazy girl era. And after I pray, I don't know, but for me personally, I don't know about every other person, but for me personally, if I'm going through something or I'm down or depressed or whatever, after I pray and worship and sing praises to God, I just feel refreshed, like a huge burden has been lifted off my shoulders. I feel completely refreshed, like renewed, and I have strength, like renewed strength. That's what I would just call it. That's what to call it. Like I have this renewed strength. So it really, really works for me. So if it's something you want to try, then please try it because I know it's going to work for you. It's going to do change. It's going to, bring changes into your life, and it's really going to help you. God is going to give you the strength to come out of that lazy girl era. You see, you start getting ideas from nowhere. You start getting new ideas, and like you have the zeal to want to try something new, to try new things, or to continue to pursue whatever it is you were pursuing before, but you just left aside. You just have the grace and the strength to do all of that, and that is my number one tip for me. That's the number one thing, very, very important to me. Number two is start somewhere, start anywhere. If you have like an idea or something you've been trying to do before, or like you have a project you want to do or something you want to start up, but you've just been lazy to do it, you've not, like, you don't have the strength to do it, to get up and do it, get up, do it. Start from somewhere, start anywhere. As long as you have this idea, you have this business idea or project or whatever that you want to get on, you want to really do that stuff, but you're so lazy to do it, I'm telling you, just start from anywhere, start somewhere. Don't procrastinate, because by the time you keep putting it up to tomorrow, you find out that by the time you realize it, a year has gone by, 2 years have gone by, and you haven't even started doing the stuff. You haven't done anything. So stop procrastinating. Do it. Start immediately from anywhere, whatever it is. Just start from somewhere, no matter how small the step might be. Just start doing. I'm telling you, once you start doing it, you want to continue doing it because you already started. You will continue doing it. So just start from somewhere. Start anywhere, but start pursuing whatever it is you want to pursue, or whatever project it is you want to get on. Get on it and start doing it. That's tip number two. Tip number three is exercise. Exercise really, really, really helps you mentally, physically, emotionally. Yes, because every time I exercise, I don't go to the gym. I don't have a gym membership. I don't go to the gym, but I do home workouts. Yes, and it really helps me because after I do my own workouts for like an hour, 30 minutes, I just feel like, how do I explain it? Like mentally, I feel refreshed. Physically, yes, and like I'm not going to, sometimes when you're in this your lazy get area, like when you're in your lazy era, all you want to do is eat, sleep, and watch movie. Like you might be in your bedroom on your bed for like 2 days straight. I don't know if you understand. The only time you get up from your bed is when you want to use the restroom, or maybe you want to grab something from the kitchen. Some of us even go the extra length of bringing a lot of food, a lot of snacks, a lot of drinks from the kitchen into our bedroom just so we don't have to get up to go to the kitchen to get anything. I've been there. Yes. And I know most of you have been there too. So we'll just be on our bed, and the only time we get up from the bed is when we want to use the restroom. And that's very, that's a bad habit. That's a really bad habit. So exercise is a way for you to get up from your bed and exercise your body and exercise your mind. You're exercising your body, at the same time you're exercising your mind. You're getting refreshed mentally. And sometimes when I exercise, I get ideas to do stuffs, to start up something, to do something, to get on something. I get the ideas to do stuff. Exercise really helps you not only physically but mentally and emotionally, and it will help. That's one of the tips that's going to help bring you out of your lazy girl era. Because if you make it an habit that you're going to exercise maybe at least an hour every day, then definitely you're going to get up from your bed. So that's another way for you to quit the lazy era, because you're definitely going to get up from your bed, leave your bedroom to go exercise. And if you're the type that goes to the gym, you're going outside, you're taking a stroll, you're taking a walk, you're going to the gym, you're exercising, you're meeting people, you're connecting with people. So that's another way for you to break that cycle of lazy era. Tip number 4 is engage in house cleaning. When I realize that I'm just at home all day, and maybe for that day I don't have anything to do, maybe business for my business or for my project, I don't have anything to do that day, I engage in house cleaning. I clean the whole of the house, because by the time you're done cleaning the whole of the house, you're exhausted, and maybe half of the day has already gone by, and you've done something really productive. Because I don't know about other people, but for me, after I clean the house, like, there's this sense of pride that comes on. Like, I'm like, yes, I did. Like, I feel so good and so proud that the whole house is clean. I don't know if you get my point. Of course, you get my point. So engaging in house cleaning is going to really help break that cycle of laziness, especially if you've been on your bed all day long. Just get up and do something. Even if the kitchen is clean, arrange, rearrange, dust off the couch, and just find something to do around the house. If it's to do the dishes, whatever, just find something to do around the house that's going to make you get up from your bed and move around the house. That is also going to help you break that cycle of lazy era. Number 5 is cultivate reading habits. If you find yourself going back to your lazy era, find the time, cultivate the habits to read. You can read online. If you don't have the energy to go to the library or to go somewhere to get the bookstore to get a book to read or whatever, you can read online. You can read on your phone. You can download a book and read on your phone, and just read online. I'm telling you, when you start reading, they say reading sharpens the mind. Yes, when you start reading, you're sharpening your mind. At the same time, you might be getting ideas on how to do something. You might be getting ideas to start up something, to do something, to start a new hobby or whatever. So reading will really help you, and it will be a way for you to pass time. And you're not just passing time, at the same time you're adding knowledge. You're gaining knowledge. You're increasing your knowledge. You're learning new things. You might be learning new words from reading. You understand what I'm saying? So reading is really going to help you, not only help you pass time and do something productive, because you reading, you're doing something productive. So at the same time, it's going to increase your knowledge and give you new ideas and give you a new perspective of things or life in general. So cultivate a reading habit. It might be inspirational books, it might be motivational books, it might be ethic books, or maybe even romance novels. I find like I enjoy romance novels a lot. So whatever it is that you gravitate towards, that is not going to be boring for you, just grab a copy of any of the book and just read. Tip number 6 is end oversleeping. I'm guilty of this, like really guilty of this. Like, I'll sleep throughout the night and wake up very late in the morning, and still during the day I still take naps, like long naps, not just even short naps. Like, I'm telling you, long naps. So that's if you have 24 hours. We have 24, not if we have 24 hours in a day. I sleep for like 14 hours. I used to do that. I would sleep for like 14 hours. That's like the night and during the day combined together, like 14 hours of sleep a day, which is like It's insane. Like, why am I sleeping for 14 hours? I'm not even pregnant. Even pregnant women don't sleep that way. So that's oversleeping is going to really make you lazy, and it's going to dull your mind and your brain when you oversleep. I know sleeping is good for us. Like, we need sleep. I'm telling you, 8 hours of sleep a day is okay. 10 hours maximum, that's okay, because by the time you start oversleeping, you dull your brain. Like, you're dulling your brain. You become very, very, very lazy, and you find yourself being more and more unproductive every day, because by the time you start oversleeping, you start doing, like, you develop the habit of doing that. Like, you start doing that almost every day, and that's where you are slipping into an unproductive era. The things you're supposed to do, you start pushing them off or postponing them because you want to sleep, you want to have your beauty sleep. You start postponing them, and by the time you realize it, you've sunk, like, you've sunk into this era of unproductiveness and laziness, that the only thing you want to do all day is sleep or watch movies, sleep, and that's a really, really bad habit. So cut your sleep time, cut it. If you want to take a nap during the day, make it a habit that you're taking a nap for just maybe 1 hour or 2 hours during the day, and you set the alarm to wake you up. And by the time the alarm goes off, do not snooze the alarm. Get up. Push yourself to get up and go do something. Go move about. So get up, set alarms, and even at night when you want to go to bed, set your alarm. If you're going to bed by 10 p.m., 11 p.m., set your alarm to wake you up by 6 a.m. You're up. 6 a.m. You're up. If you're going to the bed by 12 in the midnight, set your alarm to wake you up by 7 a.m. And when that alarm goes off, train yourself, discipline yourself. Whenever your alarm goes off to wake you up, do not hit the snooze button. Get up and go about your day. Go do something. Anything. Just go do something. Go be productive. So that is it. And I think we are tip number 8, right? Tip number 8. I'm checking my notes. If you see me looking down, I'm checking my notes. Tip number 8 is having a journal or a daily planner. Yeah, I have that. So have a journal where you can write your to-do list for the day. So by the time you wake up in the morning, for me, when I wake up in the morning, after my morning prayers and my meditation and whatever, when I'm done with that, I just sit down, I grab my journal, and if there's anything I know I need to get done for that, if I have errands or I have tasks to do, I just write it down. And there are some things, maybe to create content or to go on errands or to go to the grocery store, whatever it is I have to do for that day, I write it out, and I try as much as I can to get them done. So when you have a list of things to do, that's why it's always good to write it down, because if you don't write it down and it's just in your head, you might either forget or you might not have the zeal to do those tasks. But once you've written them down, that will push you and will be a constant reminder. That will push you, and it will be a constant reminder that, oh, you have tasks to do, you have things to do for today, you have a list of things you need to get done for today. I keep my journal in the place where I can see it, like it's in my bed, or sometimes I drop it on top of my bed. Yeah, it's like most of the time my journal is just on top of my bed. So when I climb my bed to maybe sleep or to lazy around or to just be unproductive, my eye immediately goes to my journal. I might just open it and be like, oh, I have a list of things to do today that I have not done. I need to go get them done. So having a journal is really going to help you. It's going to help you plan out your day, and you write out a list of things you need to do for every day. And that brings us to my next tip, which is set small goals. We all have goals, long-term goals, big dreams that we are pursuing, and we want to get to, like maybe the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years. Those are long-term goals. But in order to reach those goals, we need to set small goals that will take us one step closer to our long-term goals. So let's say, for example, I'm saying I want to have $1 million in the next 1 year or in the next 2 years. That is my goal, to have $1 million in my bank account. I'm going to set small goals that I can do every day that is going to get me to that long-term goals. If it is for me to start saving, I'm going to set a small goal for today and say, oh, today we're going to save maybe $10. Or I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to do something every day that's going to earn me money and get me to that long-term goals. So I will write it down in my journal and say, okay, today we're going to do something, or today we're going to look for skills, or today we're going to look for online stuff that we're going to do that's going to earn us this amount of money. And that, by the time we get to a year or 2 years, it would have accumulated, and we'll be closer to our goals, or we would have achieved our goal by then. So set small goals, set small tasks, things that you can do, that you can accomplish in a day, or you can accomplish in 3 days, or you can accomplish in 1 week. Those are small goals. So you set small goals, small tasks that you need to do daily to help you get to your long-term goals. So that's really a way for you to break out of your lazy era, because if you have your eye on something big, you need to be doing something every day that takes you a step closer to where you're going to. So set small goals and small tasks. That will really, really make you be very, very productive and alert and active. So our next tip, I think tip number 9, take a stroll. When you find that you've been sleeping all day, you've been lazing around all day, you've been indoors all day, just take a stroll. Come out of your house. You can just take a 10-minute stroll or a 20-minute stroll, and just taking the scenery, take in, get some fresh air, and sometimes when you're strolling, I know for me, when I'm strolling, sometimes I get to meet people on the road that I am acquainted with. I might bump into a friend, or I might even make new friends, like, make new acquaintances while taking a stroll. So that's another way for you to connect with people, to, meet new people. And at the same time, you taking a stroll, you have the time to think. Yeah, really, like when I'm strolling, that's like one of the best times for you to think. Maybe you think about the project you have planned, or the things you have planned, or your dreams, or activities you need to do, or whatever. That's the time for you to think and maybe strategize, and just plan out everything in your thought and in your mind. And strolling is really going to help you, jump out, get out of that your lazy era. And another thing is to limit your screen time. To limit your screen time. So if you're the type that watches movie all day, or you're on social media all day scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you have to cut back on that, and just maybe, okay, 3 hours of screen time in a day, 4 hours of screen time in a day. And sometimes substitute that screen time for podcast, to listen to podcasts. It might be motivational podcast, it might be any podcast that that will help you, and that you gravitate towards, that resonates with you at that point in time. Listen to them. So I find myself switching my screen time for podcasts. Not that I don't watch movies, I watch movies, I'm a movie lover, but I cut back on that, and I attributed those times that I had to cut back on, to listening to podcasts, and it has really, really helped me a lot. So cut back on your screen time. The last one, but not the least, is practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. If you're the type that feels like you're not grateful for the things you have currently, you're not grateful for the things you are doing presently, you're not grateful for what you have, or where you are currently, you're not grateful for it, for those things, you find it really hard to either move forward, or to continue to do things, or to pursue other things, because you're not happy with where you are right now. You're not grateful for the things you have. You just be like, sometimes you may even sink into depression and be like, like, what am I living for? These are the kind of thoughts that will keep running through your mind. Like, I don't have this, I don't have that, what am I living for? My life is a mess, my life is this. When those kind of negative thoughts starts running through your mind, you find that all you want to do is just curl up in your bed and just, maybe cry yourself to sleep, or like, not find be grateful for what you have and where you are. You said to yourself, okay, this is not where I want to be. I don't have most things, but I am glad for the things that I have. Okay, I have a roof over my head. I can afford to eat 3 square meals a day, and there's some certain things that I want I can afford. Maybe there are some things I want that I can't afford right now, but there are lots of things that I can afford and I can do for myself right now. I am grateful for those things, and I'm going to keep working at, and to make sure that I can afford this in the future. That is a positive mindset. That is the place of gratitude, and that will push you to want to do more things, because you're going to be like, oh, I am grateful for this $1,000 that I have. But I'm going to, do things. I'm going to look for more ideas that will get me $10,000 by next month. and that place of gratitude. Because when you're in a place of gratitude, when you're thankful for what you have, more will come. Yes, that's it. When you're grateful for what you have currently, more will come. That's just how the universe works. So find time to be grateful for what you have, for where you are, and that alone will push you to want to do more for yourself, to want to, be more active, to push yourself to the bank, like to push yourself to really do more, because you want more. You are hungry for more. Yes, and you're not going to like be on your bed all day long doing nothing and just crying about the things you don't have, when you should be up and about, be grateful for the things you have and working to do more to get those things you don't have. So yeah, practice gratitude. So these are all the tips I have for you. I hope they've been helpful. If there's anyone who's not been trying that you would love to try, just do it. Get on it. If you're not going to do all, do some of them. Pick the ones you can do. And by the time you follow them religiously every day, I am telling you, you're going to see changes in your life, because this is not the time for us to lazy around. This is not the time. This is the time for us to get up and go get that back, so we can live the life of our dreams. We can live the luxury life that we want to live. So this is not the time for my girls to be lazing around. Okay, so get up and get things done. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video has been a blessing to you. Yeah, I hope it's been a blessing to you, and I really hope that if you're in your lazy era right now, that you find the strength and the grace to come out of it, and start being productive and active and pursue your dreams and your goals. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, you can share to other people that you know will need it. Give this video a huge thumbs up and comment down below, whatever. Let's just have a chat. Let's talk to each other. Let's interact. So thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And remain beautiful and blessed. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.